Payment iframes, often thought to be secure, are now under siege from sophisticated attackers exploiting hidden vulnerabilities. This shift in the cybersecurity landscape raises urgent questions about the effectiveness of existing defenses. On September 24, 2025, reports highlighted a concerning trend. Attackers are using malicious overlays to bypass security measures and steal credit card information directly from checkout pages. A recent campaign targeting Stripe has already compromised dozens of merchants by injecting deceptive JavaScript into vulnerable platforms. In this explainer, we'll delve into the mechanics of these attacks, the shortcomings of traditional defenses, and essential strategies for protecting sensitive payment data. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals. On August 2024, the Stripe skimmer attack emerged as a significant threat, marking a pivotal shift in how cybercriminals exploit payment systems. This attack utilized malicious JavaScript injected through vulnerable platforms such as WordPress to create pixel-perfect overlays that concealed the legitimate Stripe iframe, effectively deceiving users into entering their credit card information into a fraudulent form. By September 2025, the ramifications of this campaign became evident, with 49 merchants already compromised. The attackers employed a deprecated Stripe API to validate stolen card information in real time, rendering the theft invisible to users. This incident underscored a broader trend: the growing attack surface, particularly as 18% of websites were found to run third-party tools like Google Tag Manager directly within their payment iframes. This practice inadvertently created significant security blind spots, making it easier for attackers to manipulate the iframe environment. The sophistication of modern attacks is further illustrated by various techniques that have emerged since the Stripe incident. Attackers have begun leveraging supply chain compromises to target trusted payment processors, as well as exploiting DOM-based iframe injections in single-page applications, SPAs, that bypass traditional server-side protections. Notably, CSS-based data exfiltration has gained traction, where attackers can manipulate styling to extract sensitive information character by character, even in scenarios where content security policy (CSP) settings are strictly enforced. As traditional defenses falter, the inadequacy of outdated security measures becomes apparent. Many organizations still rely on X-frame options headers, which offer minimal protection against the evolving tactics employed by attackers. The limitations of CSP frame SRC directives are also exposed, as attackers can exploit allowed domains or manipulate post-message communications to extract data from within approved iframes. This evolving landscape necessitates a re-evaluation of security strategies. The introduction of PCI DSS 4.0.1 emphasizes the need for merchants to secure the entire hosting environment of payment iframes, marking a shift towards a more comprehensive approach to payment security. Organizations are now urged to adopt a layered defense strategy that includes real-time monitoring and robust CSP configurations to mitigate the risks associated with iframe exploitation. In summary, the Stripe skimmer attack serves as a wake-up call for businesses to reassess their payment security protocols. With the threat landscape continually evolving, adopting proactive measures to safeguard payment iframes is no longer optional. It's essential for protecting sensitive customer data in an increasingly hostile digital environment. As the recent attacks on payment iframes unfold, the consequences for both merchants and consumers are becoming increasingly severe. Merchants are facing a dual threat. Not only are they at risk of financial loss due to direct theft, but they also confront the potential for reputational damage that can arise from data breaches. Each compromised transaction can lead to a significant loss of customer trust, which often translates to long-term declines in sales and customer loyalty. The financial implications extend beyond immediate theft. Merchants must now allocate resources toward compliance with the updated PCI DSS 4.0.1 standards, which mandate stricter security measures for pages hosting payment iframes. This compliance burden may necessitate hiring additional cybersecurity staff or investing in advanced monitoring technologies, further straining budgets. For smaller businesses, these costs could be prohibitive, leading to a competitive disadvantage in the marketplace. Consumers, on the other hand, are becoming increasingly vulnerable as attackers refine their methods. The sophistication of malicious overlays means that even vigilant users may unknowingly provide sensitive information to fraudulent sites. This erosion of consumer confidence can have a chilling effect on online shopping behaviors, as users may hesitate to enter their payment details, fearing they could fall victim to the next wave of cybercrime. Moreover, as these attacks proliferate, they contribute to a broader cycle of insecurity in the digital economy. Increased incidence of fraud can lead to higher transaction fees and stricter regulations imposed by payment processors, which ultimately affect consumers through elevated prices and reduced access to services. The ongoing evolution of attack vectors such as CSS-based data exfiltration and post-message spoofing underscores the urgent need for merchants to adopt robust, proactive security measures. Failing to do so not only jeopardizes their operations but also places their customers at risk, creating a ripple effect that can destabilize the entire e-commerce ecosystem. In conclusion, the implications of these attacks resonate far beyond immediate financial losses. They challenge the very foundation of trust that underpins online commerce, compelling stakeholders to rethink their security strategies and prioritize the implementation of comprehensive, real-time defenses to safeguard both merchants and consumers alike. As the landscape of payment security evolves, organizations must take proactive measures to fortify their defenses against emerging threats. The recent Stripe skimmer attack serves as a crucial reminder that traditional security measures are increasingly insufficient. To address these vulnerabilities, it is imperative for businesses to adopt a multi-layered approach to safeguard payment processes. First, implementing a robust content security policy (CSP) tailored specifically for payment iframes is fundamental. This policy should restrict the sources from which iframes can load and ensure that only trusted domains are allowed. By doing so, organizations can mitigate the risk of malicious overlays and unauthorized script injections. Next, advanced monitoring solutions are essential. Utilizing tools like mutation observers can provide real-time insights into any unexpected changes in the DOM, such as the introduction of unauthorized iframes. This proactive approach not only detects potential threats but also enables rapid response to neutralize them before they can inflict damage. Moreover, organizations should enhance their post-message handling practices. Validating the origin and structure of messages exchanged between iframes is critical to prevent spoofing attacks. This verification process ensures that only legitimate communications are processed, significantly reducing the risk of fraud. In addition to these strategies, implementing sub-resource integrity (SRI) for external scripts is vital. This measure ensures that any scripts loaded from third-party sources have not been tampered with, providing an additional layer of security against supply chain attacks. Furthermore, organizations must adopt context-aware encoding practices. By applying appropriate encoding techniques based on the context of data usage, whether it be HTML, JavaScript, or URL parameters, businesses can protect against various injection attacks that target payment information. Finally, compliance with the latest PCI DSS requirements is non-negotiable. As these standards evolve, so too must the security measures organizations implement to protect payment data. Regular audits and updates to security protocols will ensure that businesses remain compliant while effectively mitigating risks. In conclusion, the shift in the threat landscape demands that organizations reassess their payment security strategies. By prioritizing real-time monitoring, enhancing CSP configurations, and adhering to compliance requirements, businesses can significantly reduce their exposure to iframe-related vulnerabilities. The time to act is now. Implementing these recommendations can prevent future breaches and protect both merchants and consumers. If you found this update helpful, please like, share, and subscribe to InfoSec Now for the latest cybersecurity news. Your support really helps us continue building useful content for cybersecurity professionals.